Teacher Talking Sports here, and tomorrow will bring us some Week 15 Sunday NFL action. As I've been doing the past few weeks, let's take a look at some of those less expensive players in DraftKings who can be very productive for your team. These are for the 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock games. Of course, if you want guys such as Josh Allen, Devontae Adams, Deebo Samuel, you have to take some of those less expensive players to enable to be able to afford them on your roster. It's holiday season. Let's try to save money where we can. So let's get into it. In this, I'm going to highlight one quarterback, two running backs, two wide receivers, and a tight end. Although I'm going to mention more than one quarterback due to one possibly playing, we'll see. So we're going to start at quarterback at the price point of $5,400. That is Tyler Huntley. The problem is, well, it's actually a twofold problem. Tyler Huntley doesn't play till 425, and it's not quite clear whether he's going to be the starting quarterback. So Lamar Jackson has missed the whole week practicing with an ankle injury, listed as questionable. Probably, if I had to guess, he's not playing, but we don't know that for sure. So it's definitely risky putting Huntley out there. There are a couple other 4 o'clock guys. I believe Bridgewater's $100 more than Huntley. Huntley, as you can see, had 17.3 points in his last game. He's going to be able to do work with his feet. He had 15 touchdowns rushing his last 3 years in college at Utah. I say if it's announced that he's playing, that Lamar Jackson's out by 1 o'clock, I think Huntley's a great choice. Otherwise, it's very risky. So I am also going to mention Trevor Lawrence. Yes, Trevor Lawrence at $5,100. Yes, he has not been good this year. He threw 4 interceptions in his last game. But his best game of the season, at least in fantasy-wise, was against those Houston Texans. Yes, it came all the way back in week 1 when he had season highs at 332 passing yards and 3 passing touchdowns. Yes, he also had 3 interceptions, but he still had 25.08 points. He's only went over 20 one other time this season. So I call it a hunch. I think he has another good game against the Texans. Maybe he'll be motivated now that Urban Meyer's gone. We know that's been a complete dumpster fire a lot of the time while Urban Meyer was there. All right, let's look at running back now. So we're going to start at the price point of $4,700, and it's a guy coming off the IR, Michael Carter. Carter's ankle injury has been advanced off IR in advance of Sunday's game against the Dolphins. Carter was definitely the most productive player on offense for the Jets prior to the injury. From 6 starts he had spanning from week 3 to week 9, he ran for 263 yards and 3 touchdowns, while also catching 24 passes for 220 yards. So he does it both in the rushing and receiving game. So he gets you some good value in PPR. At $200 cheaper, we got Royce Freeman of the Texans. As you see, expected to complement David Johnson, the Houston backfield with Rex Burkhead ruled out for Sunday's game. Only had 11 carries last week for only 15 yards, but as you see, 6 catches for 51 yards. He's always been productive out of the backfield in the passing game. He had 43 catches in 2019 with the Broncos. Much younger than David Johnson. Not much younger, but younger than David Johnson. David Johnson clearly isn't a part of the Texans' future. They may want to see what they have in Freeman, and he may get a bulk of the work. 2 wide receivers now. We're going to start at $4,900. We got A.J. Green, the 7-time Pro Bowler. caught 7 passes for 102 yards in last week's game. Of course, DeAndre Hopkins, it has been announced, will miss the rest of the regular season with an MCL injury. So expect another similar game to last week, which he caught 7 balls on 10 targets. Both were season highs. His previous highs were 5 and 8 respectively. Second time he went over 100 yards receiving. Plus, he doesn't have a receiving touchdown since week 6, so I feel like he's kind of due for that. We'll see. Then $1,200 cheaper than that, we got Gabriel Davis of the Bills. Manuel Sanders is expected to miss the contest with a knee injury. 5 catches for 43 yards last week and a touchdown. Was his second straight game with a touchdown. Has reached double figures in 3 of the last 5 games, 4 of the last 7. So Davis has been playing much larger role as the season has gone along. Had an excellent rookie year. I believe he had 7 touchdowns last year as a rookie. So he's someone who often finds the end zone. He has 4 this season. Then at tight end, I do like Brevin Jordan, but he is questionable with a hand injury. He is at 2,800, so check up on that if he's someone that may interest you. We'll go with CJ Uzomah, though, at 3,100. Last week, he had 4 catches for 56 yards. Has at least 2 catches in every game but 1 this season. So he's at least got somewhat of a high floor. There's a lot of tight ends, especially at the lower price points, who aren't even guaranteed to pick you up points. Also has 5 touchdowns this year. So I believe he is excellent value at 3,100. But this was a harder week, especially since it was announced that 2 of the games that were supposed to be part of this DraftKings have been postponed until Tuesday. That is Philadelphia and Washington, and then we got Seattle and the Rams. I know in my main one, I originally had Cooper Kupp and Rashad Penny and had to change them because they are no longer playing. So those are some lower priced guys that I like in this Sunday's DraftKings. Let me know in the comments if you're choosing any of those guys as well. If there's any other low-priced guys that you believe are great value, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.